There's a growing coffee movement happening now. We're opening up another 12 cafes this year.
We're also launching a roastery tour where we will talk to customers about what goes into the roasting process.
We'll expand to Bangalore, Pune, Ahmedabad, Jaipur. We want to be the Indian specialty coffee company.
Happy to have both of you on the show.
So I've heard you guys call yourselves a farm-to-cup coffee company. What exactly does farm-to-cup mean?
So we have direct relationships with the estates that we source our coffee from. We get all of our coffee delivered to us during the harvest period. And from that point up until coffee is brewed, we control that entire process. So we have a team of people who sift through the beans to remove any lingering defects. We roast the coffee ourselves in Delhi and in Bombay. We package it ourselves, and then we brew it in our cafes across the country.
So why was opening a cafe important for you? And when did you guys take the decision to open a cafe?
So our roastery space was actually very limited, and we wanted people to see us, our roasting operations. And we found a really large space in Saket, and we moved the roastery there. And we were really fortunate to have extra space. So we started a cafe there, and it was additionally great because we could brew the coffee in the manner that we wanted people to taste it.
It actually started as very small, just a few hundred square feet kind of strip. Over time, the response was very encouraging, so we were surprised when people were coming in and we were running out of space quickly, so we expanded into other areas.
This started off as a passion project for you guys. And at a certain point of time, you said to yourselves, look, we want to grow this, we want to make it bigger, which inevitably meant going out and raising money. How did you guys think through this? How did you think about raising money, and why was it important?
Well, I think I'll let Matt answer that, but I think one of the big things that we had discussed was that we wanted to work with people who had the same vision for our company as we did.
We were sort of at a point where we had two paths available to us. One was to kind of maybe move to Goa and just roast coffee and have like a little cafe and have it be kind of a lifestyle business. Or the other would be to raise money and to scale. We decided that we wanted to take the second route.
So how many cafes do you guys have now?
Right now we have 10 across Delhi, Bombay, and Goa. We're opening up another 12 cafes this year. We'll expand to Bangalore, Pune, Ahmedabad, Jaipur. We think that there's a lot of untapped demand in kind of second-tier cities, not the big three. So we're excited to open up in there.
When you first decided to start, what are those steps that you took to getting off the ground?
I want to say we did a business plan and did all kinds of research, but actually we just kind of jumped into it. We did some research to find which estates were growing really high-quality beans.
When we first met the farms, they were very kind to us because they're like, we have a minimum order quantity and you guys aren't even close to matching it, but we'll give you like one bag of coffee. They were very sweet because I think they were also like, we don't know where this is going.
The relationship has grown over time. You can see that maybe there was a lot of skepticism in the beginning, whereas now, especially because we promote the names of the coffees, we put the estate names on the bags, that they're happy to see that their name is out there and they're getting credit and recognition for the coffee that they grow.
So what goes into creating a perfectly roasted bag of coffee?
So I think even before somebody puts an order in, we have already sampled green beans from our farms that we get after the harvest is over. We've already gotten green beans that we have women in our roastery. They've sifted through these green beans, made sure that the quality of beans that we will end up roasting is of the best quality.
So once we have the clean green beans, we move those to the roastery and we do what is called as profile roasting. So we have a computer program that we hook up to our roaster, and it takes readings of the temperature at each stage in the roasting process. Each specific roast and each specific coffee has a profile. How you roast the coffee actually has a big impact on the flavor.
So who is a typical Blue Tokai customer?
So I think that has really evolved over time. In the beginning, when we were selling only online, we were reaching kind of the hardcore coffee drinkers who already had an appreciation for better quality coffee. As our brand has grown, we've been able to attract new people So now there's not really a typical Blue Tokai customer. There's still the base of people who appreciate good quality coffee, but we have people walking in because they heard Blue Tokai is good coffee and they know nothing about it.
So you guys are business partners, but you're also married. And I'm wondering, how do you balance that out? I mean, what's the dynamic like?
Not well.
Yeah, I don't think there's any balance, actually. But I think one of the good things is that you have to talk to each other about keeping as much of a balance as you can possibly sustain.
Starting a business and running a business is hard and it requires a lot of time. So on the positive side of doing it with your partner is that you guys are sharing that together, whereas if one person was doing it, then they would be gone all the time and you wouldn't really have that same common thread.
And I think if you have children, that's just like an added. I mean, the whole joke is that the business was our first child, and now we have like a second one, you know? Because you really do have to give that much attention to the business as you would a child.
So you guys are in an interesting space because you're growing, but you're also responsible for the category growing, right? There's a lot of education required. And I'm wondering, besides selling beans, are you thinking about things that you can do to increase your market?
Education has always been really, really important to us. And so we've launched an online series, which is called Blue Tokai Notes, where we have a visual glossary of terms that we'd like our customers to know. In addition to that, we're also launching a roastery tour where we will talk to customers about what goes into the roasting process and actually take them through a live demonstration. And in addition to that, you know, we have two amazing training centers, one in Delhi and one in Bombay, where we hope to have customers come in and learn like from the basics, the fundamentals of brewing in different areas and using different brewing equipment. And we're really excited to launch that soon too.
And keeping that in mind, I wonder, where do you see yourselves going, and what's Blue Tokai's aspiration? Where do you guys want to be in the next few years?
We want to be the Indian specialty coffee company. Ideally, when a customer wants to have a good cup of coffee at home, they'll order from our website. When they want to have go out for a coffee at a cafe, they'll come to our cafe. The restaurants that they like to visit would serve our coffee. Their office would hopefully brew our coffee. So we would like to be synonymous with good quality Indian coffee.